leg.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
56. Right there. 56. 3 buzz. Play 56. Play 56. Hey, man.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw is Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
see what you got.
On third down, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
10 yards on the pickup. At the 24-yard line.
On second and inches, Mayfield. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mayfield on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The end result, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On second and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans 7, Vikings nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the run, watch the run. 56 the mark, boy, 56. Check, 56. Stop here, D. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. And
Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good. 180. You didn't want this. Pistol. Out. Hey, check 20.
On first down, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down at 4, Mayfield. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
180. Mike 58 right there. Too low, cut. No.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Crunch. Kill. Hey, avoid 33.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running right, here's Brown. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it here to Brown. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
A toss to Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Run. See the receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Throwing, Mayfield. This one caught by Winslow.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 16 yards there. A Tennessee first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. A run here with Brown. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Foreman. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
180! King! Check 26, check 26. Alert! Mike's 59!
First down, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Good job.
In for the score. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. You still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 56. Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike's 56. Here we go. Here I come. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Point it right.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
King.
Hey. We got the...
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Tight ends Ringo.
Hey, alert.
Ringo. 3 down.
Hurry.
Sponge.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Regular. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Jump.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Kick by Elliott is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Don't say nothing.
From the gun, Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Watch the whip. Set up.
To throw on third down. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. It's caught by Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Let's go. 70 ending. Right there. 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Whoa. 56. Mike, 56. Let's go.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Right back to Brown. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
What we got?
Now Mayfield. This one caught by Davis. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Brown with a... And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Again, it's Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike 56, Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, exit. Wrap it. And 58 is a mic. Go 58 is a mic.
To throw, Mayfield completes it to Davis. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play, being knocked back to the 18. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Brown. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. He's got Smith here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Oh, yeah.
Now Jackson. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Check.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
59, Mike the 59. Up. Watch the safety creep.
Greystone, travel.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Let's go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Brown, and he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire